Oh dear.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh,
Okay.
that's so stupid.
So stick to your principles, mate.
You're an inanimate fucking object.
Still something I quote on a regular basis, to be honest.
Yes.
Mostly while looking at my penis, but that's beside the point.
Well, that
And this has been demonetized. It was demonetized in the first place.
as if we were monetized to begin with. Come on. So yes, so this is the last game I'm going to show you from the good people at Godlimations, and this is a platformer.
Oh no, this is good. This is good. I like see. I love the point and click. I get it. But see the platformer flash games. They were the ones for me. I love the platform flash games. To be honest.
In fairness, I think platformers probably were the better of the
Oh yeah.
of those kind of flash games. Like I'm thinking of the
Linear were easy to animate, and there was
Yeah.
just like you could storyboard it all the way through and just have them, you know. They didn't have to do too much interactivity with the actual skin of the environment.
Yeah, I think it's more of a case where like I know like most like I think the simplest games to kind of make just generally are platformers, and weirdly enough racing games, because you're just
Please tell me there's not an actual guy called Fish Lips in this game, is there?
No, thankfully not.
Right, okay, because
that's just a nickname. Don't worry.
Credibility be gone.
Although this weird
the
golem thing is a pet.
No, it looks like a fly trap, Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap, yeah.
I think it looks a bit like a it's been fossilized.
Yeah. And look at this. How's this for a transition?
Oh, I like that. That's cool. That's fucking class. Like,
yeah, that's good.
Oh, they were having they were having some canoodling going on.
Who are you?
Well, actually, not a word for a change. Again, remember this is a god game. No sex before marriage.
Probably related as well.
You're not even allowed sexual tension before marriage.
Right. In order. Name's Garrick. I find you washed up by the
Which I'll be honest makes the marriage difficult, but that's beside the point.
Let me listen to this
You'll
guy.
be able to answer the last one there. Looks like we're both in the same boat in the memory department then, I guess. Oh, hey. At least I still know what a boat is. Well, at least I think I know what a boat is. Memory loss is confusing.
So we both have a big blank expanse where our memories should be. I'm fairly sure that's not normal, though I don't really have a precedent for that.
I think his accent might be betraying him a little bit, and the dialogue is not helping. When you have like boats in like the sentence 3 times, that's not helping. Like in fairness.
To be fair, he sounds. This is why he sounds like to me. Dutch trying to do an American accent.
Yes,
I can't describe it any other way.
No, I think you're right. I think because I think the guy that's talking now is actually Dutch. So, because again, it's the same 3 people that were involved in the previous game, so it's still Keira Blackwell. It's
survival mostly. Finding out why we're here would be great as well.
And like I think this is Patrick Mayuski talking now. So like it's the 3 of them that are the sole voice actors in all of Godlimations games. And in fairness, they show up in other like Flash games as well. They were basically voice actors de jour for like a lot of these projects. Again, if you're available, they'll book you. But it's it's very much a case where like
you can count on that.
I agree on that. Like I think it was grand in the other game because he was a Dutch character, but now he's trying to like do a neutral accent instead, where they're not necessarily American or anything like that. It is like because it's supposed to be a fictional area, so it's like
difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult.
But it's also like it's the same as anything else. I think Dutch in particular is like an Irish accent in the sense it's very hard. Like you do really need to repress certain parts of the accents because it'll give the game away. Like Dutch obviously have the kind of repressed S's and stuff like that, whereas ours is H's and T's. You know, like we have to add in letters if we're doing dialogue. It's a voice actor, you know, or like. Or remember when we were watching Grim Fandango and the Irish and one of the characters there was very clearly Irish because the voice actor's Irish. You know, like they couldn't get away from it because he sounded a little bit like that and was talking a little bit sinister like that. You know, a little bit the tiddly tea, a cup of tea, Barry's lines. You know, theatre, the usual fucking stuff. Like you can't hide the voice sometimes.
Not right, Aaron.
He's not dignifying that with an answer. So, This is basically the gameplay. It's sword fighting. It's a bit of magic. Basic platforming, jumping around, build your armor.
Is this still in the religious thing?
I think
it
actually
doesn't look like it.
No, I think this one probably isn't as much of a religious thing as
right.
the rest
Okay.
of the games.
I was just thinking that out myself.
Yeah. Incidentally, this game is going to hit you over the head with fucking Easter eggs. For instance, the majority of this game is set in a place called Loch Marn, which is a direct ripoff of Broken Sword, which where Loch Marn was the Irish town that the game was set in for a while. So there was the level in Broken Sword where there was like proper like middle of arse end of nowhere type of town is called Loch Marn. So they're going to be doing a lot of that in this game, so be prepared. And
so just completely rip them off, like
a little bit. It's the same as anything else. This is meant to be like a hat tip to everything else. Like even the actual premise of the game, where it's in this kind of like like medieval-ish town, like feudal town, where there's supposed to be people ambling about, but they're not, is technically based off Lord of the Templars, which is a very old point-and-click game where everyone is basically wandering around like independent of each other, like it's a living town type of thing. So if you're trying to look for someone in particular, you have to actually literally bump into them on the street or know where they live. So it's very immersive in that respect, but also, as you can understand, very annoying if you're on a deadline. If you need to find this one person and either kill them or talk to them or whatever it is, and you don't know where they are on the map, you have to go and find them. That can be annoying. In terms of gameplay, it's platforming. There will be monsters eventually, and you basically upgrade your armor, your shield, and your sword, and your magic, and that's basically
this is very in depth for a Flash game. Like this is.
Yeah, it's very detailed. I like it.
It's very RPG for a Flash game, which I love.
Yeah, well, there is RPG qualities to it. Like you will get like skill points, and when you do level up in this, and you'll get skill points, and you have a choice then of like invest them in more health or magic and stuff.
It's a platform RPG basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
For free.
Yeah. There's a few RPGs around at the time. In fairness, like I remember playing a game called Mardek, which went the Final Fantasy route with like Final Fantasy style graphics, and I remember it at the time being really good, with like kind of fun dialogue and fun characters. And then I went back to play it then a few years ago, and I was like, oh no, this is terrible, I'm gonna stop. It's just the rose in the glasses came off immediately. I was like,
yeah, no, it's like that's like me in the first Dragon Age when I played it originally. Yeah. And I remember I got it for Christmas and I played it for 28 hours straight.
Yeah.
And I just love that game so much. You go back to play it now and you're like, we've come a long way. I think I'll stick to Avowed for now.
Yeah.
My one was The Getaway.
Yeah.
It went back to it with very rose tinted glasses. And the story is still good. I mean, there's still something to it. It's the controls.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with the controls?
I played that recently for the parish, and it's probably one of the most miserable playthroughs I've ever done, because it's just the idea is really, really sound. It's a good idea in principle, but fuck me, it's not for the PS2. The tech was not ready to do something so minimalist as The Getaway. Again, I agree with you. I think the story is fucking smack bang of that. It's a Danny Boyle ripoff. I mean, I think it's even completely unashamed about that. But at the very least, there's enough little story beats. The acting is good. Like in fairness, they did full motion capture and face capture for
it's a brilliant game overall. It's just if there was one game I'd love to get remastered to a modern day version, it's that one. I think if you redid that with modern graphics, fuck me, that would be fantastic.
I think we've had this conversation before on this.
We have
later, haven't we? Where like it's not even that like the gaming culture doesn't want remakes of failures in a sense. They want remakes of good things.
Yeah,
that's why like the market will always want 4 or 5 fucking remakes of The Last of Us, even though there was nothing wrong with the original. It was a perfectly
and it's too soon. Like,
but the reason
that's fucking old.
But the reason they're doing it is because Naughty Dog doesn't has a long-term game project and they need to get capital. That's essentially what it is.
Yes.
But that's the kind of real aspect of it.
It's like Microsoft releasing Gears of War again.
Yeah.
Even though they re-released it like a couple of years ago, the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but even then, but it's also like remakes of games that like were like say launch title, like where I don't think there was an actual market like asking for it. Was anyone really asking for a PS5 version of Haze? No, because Haze was shit. It was a bad shooter. Let's not fucking lie to each other here, you know? Was people looking for a Red Faction reboot? No. Because Red Faction wasn't that good. It was what was around at the time, but it doesn't.
Every remaster that's been done, Crash, GTA, whatever, has been shit.
Well, see,
Has been terrible.
Well, I will say I think the GTA like the trilogy like remake I think was a blessing in disguise in certain respects, because that was obviously a kind of AI generated remake where you basically got all the assets and basically like replaced all the particles with new particles, all the textures, same thing, and then basically let the AI go mental with all the other stuff. So that's why, like, you know, basically like CJ looks like he's been hit with a fucking hammer. Tommy Vercetti genuinely looks like he is on heroin as the game is progressing, and stuff like this. And then it's just like then you have the problems with the level design, the generative traffic and stuff like that. Like it was a disaster. But I think because it was so badly received, I think it warned a lot of other publishers and big companies away from the AI model of remaking. Because if they were to do something like that now, say for, I don't know, what am I thinking of here? Let's just say Uncharted want to do something like that. They want to brush up all their textures and the graphics and then re-release the entire trilogy on the PS5. Like, AI would have been an option for them because they would have just had to do the exact same thing. Basically take the textures, polish it up and send it back into the code. They can't do that now. They're going to have to do everything like with actual human beings. Or like a junior studio that could do with the work. Oh no, how terrible. You're making jobs for the boys. What a fucking shame.
Well, DC just came out and said they will not use AI for anything, and I applaud them for that.
Well, here's the thing. See, AI will have its use, but it's very, very specific. You know what I mean? Like, it can't replace creativity. It can't replace human intuition. It can't replace certain things. But what it can do is organize stuff, filter, like discern, or whatever stuff that like you want to do donkey work in that respect, or tidy up code or something along those lines.
I just get it to format my documents. Like I write everything out and then be like, "Here, clean this up for me, bitch."
It'll have its uses. Like in the art of the remake, I would say, and this is gonna come as a shock to a lot of people, but Capcom I think are doing it the best way, because what Capcom is they're doing the Ace Attorney games at the moment, and they're re-releasing. Basically, just they're revising every single time they do it. But they've now ported the Miles Edgeworth games, which is basically they were DS only, and like, you know, touchscreen ability, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And the second game was never released outside of Japan. So what they've done is we're going to release it as a pack, but not only are we releasing it as is, because they've realized we can't release it in the DS form because it'd be unplayable on consoles. So we're redesigning the whole thing, and they did it. And they basically they kept it as a secret project. So basically, it just dropped one day and go, oh, by the way, here's the Miles Edgeworth games. Second one's fully translated. Have fun.
Final Fantasy VII is another one that they've done right. I think the Final Fantasy VII remake.
But that one I think is fair enough. But like again, that's also I think there was a bit of cynicism with Square Enix for making that 2 games instead of 1. I think that was when they realized, okay, we're able to do this like from the ground up. Keep the story in mind and all that sort of jazz.
Because it was over multiple discs back in the day. Like, they want to keep it, you know, if it's going to be in 2 parts, they're clearly thinking about doing it right.
Well, much to that point though, is like I think the reason why they did it in 2 releases is that like they realized that the cost of doing it on the scale that they wanted to was going to be astronomical. You know, we've like in the same way that they could argue that like the remake of Snake Eater, like realistically, that's a springboard for Konami to revive Metal Gear in some shape or fashion, wherever that shape makes.
I mean, I will not be buying it because I love the original too much to play it again in a different way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm more in the line of they fucked over Yaman, so fuck them. And I've never talked about. Yeah, I've never talked to fucking Metal Gear games. And I
still play Metal Gear.
No, I can't. It's like a whole thing. It's like, I know he's not
even my cup, you know, like
love it.
You know,
that's good.
It's everywhere.
It's just one of those things where it's just like, hey, fucked over Kojima. I don't want to give them money.
Well, here's the thing. If you're playing the original games, they're Kojima's games, so you're still
Yeah, I suppose.
anything new, I won't buy the new one. I'm just saying, I agree with you there. I won't be buying the new one. But has everyone been laughing at the new Pokemon game so hard? It's so shit.
No, it's not actually.
Mhm.
I'm playing it. It's fine.
Is it not the textures like everything's like flat, like it's a really bad game?
No, no,
Or
it's
have I
fine.
been watching
I've
the
seen
wrong
those clips.
videos?
I've seen those clips with people, and this is the problem as well. Is that basically anytime like Game Freak are making a game, they're being cost raised basically because like the idea of what people want as a Pokemon game now is something that's outside of Game Freak's reach at the moment. They're a very small team and they're basically doing whatever they can and making very specific experiences. So like people just want the perfect Pokemon game, but no one can agree on what that actually is. You know, and it's like gathering a whole lot of football heads around trying to make the perfect football game. They just can't. You know, it's just they can't.
It's just the textures that were just a wallpaper on the side of a building and stuff, and I was like, fuck. Like,
No, I mean, I haven't. Like, texture-wise, it's not great. I will accept that because they basically try to make a whole lot of city blocks and stuff like that. But like, it's
Right.
and they are look a bit granular. But in terms of the actual, but the reason they've done that is because, but the gameplay itself is really, really solid.
yeah, okay.
So like, I will
I
say,
suppose you're limited by the Switch as well, aren't you? I mean, you're really
I don't know that
in a
I don't
way.
think Switch is necessarily the problem. I think it's well, I think it's more. Is there a problem with optimizing the Pokemon games? Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is. But then again, I think people are also looking like they they've done a comparison between how this game looks and how Scarlet Violet looks, and they actually go, actually,
Yeah.
no, do you know what? This actually looks better than Scarlet Violet. We're just used to having such like nonsense, essentially, that like with like we actually can't compare between the two. But no, in fairness, no, I'll while ZA is not necessarily the best ever Pokemon game, it's perfectly fine and it's not deserving the criticism it's getting. And again, it's always to that point of people like getting so held up on graphics and kind of missing the whole point. Like
Yeah.
Pokemon is a gameplay experience. It has nothing. We like once the Pokemon look good and the human beings look good and the animations and the moves and everything else is snug enough that you can play it and it's an enjoyable experience. Everything else is fucking secondary.
He's hooked Isak at halftime.
Yeah, well, I'm sure probably fitness related, I'd say.
Jesus Christ, that's not a good look.
Yeah, it's fine. They'll get used to it. But that's what I'm saying. Like I will defend Game Freak on that on that aspect. Like I don't think they deserve the. I think that's just a negativity for the sake of negativity. You know.
The game they do have coming out is unreal looking, by the way.
Is this the supposed Gen 10 one, the Wind and Waves?
Something like that, yeah.
No, that's the attempted. That's the concept. Whether they actually are able to get there or not is going to be another question.
Yeah.
But now they will have the Super Switch to play with starting off, so they won't have to like this will be the first time since, and this is going to sound crazy, since Generation 4 that they've been able to work with the tech they have now as opposed to making something on current tech and then something new coming out beforehand. Because when Pokemon X and Y came out, they were working on that project as if it was a DS game, and then they had the
Beast of Reincarnation is what's called.
What's that?
A Beast of Reincarnation.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like their next Pokemon game. Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's different. Yeah. But again, that kind of shows you the point that like if they have the tech available, they can make something decent. You know, it's like well, I think they're ones that like very much kind of like try and narrow in on a gameplay experience rather than trying to make something for everybody. You know, so like I said, I think they're like. I think every game studio is going to have its flaws in that respect. You know, it's like you just have to take them for what they are.
We've leveled up here.
We have. So I've been kind of fluting about basically trying to upgrade my gear and stuff like this. And basically trying to find the next bit of the plots. So there is basically someone out in the forest calling out to us. So that's like he's basically the first boss battle. So once I find him, we'll take that off our list. So there's also magic and stuff like that I haven't availed of yet. I don't think it's active now, but I have got the ruins and stuff like that to do that. So we've got I'm kind of going bare bones here at the minute, not intentionally, but
Fair.
Just
That's fair. That's fair.
I was on a roll when I was playing this game, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm not. I don't need the extra toys yet, so I'm not going to use them."
Fair enough. Fair enough.